What is up, guys? It's your boy Keep It Real MMA. I'm just coming at you with a quick video in the height of all of Adesanya's excuses, at the height of nothing happening, at the height of James Krause smashing Laura Sanko, at the height of all the controversy. A fight has been made, and the fight that's been made is, well, Masvidal's worst nightmare. I knew it would happen. I told you guys, right, that Gilbert Burns would move on if Masvidal didn't take his fight in January, because Masvidal should have got through his fucking head that no matter what happens, Gilbert is going to fight in January. He's Brazilian. He's a big Brazilian name. He's obviously going to want to fight in Brazil. And Masvidal, obviously, being an idiot, didn't take this into consideration. His ultimate master plan went to fail. Now, let me give you a brief, if you haven't seen my last video on that, please run it up. Please like and subscribe if you're new, by the way. But I'm going to give you a brief rundown. So, obviously, if you haven't kept up to date with news, obviously Gilbert Burns and Masvidal have been, chatting shit to each other for a while. All started with Burns saying, like, let's fight this time in December. And Masvidal said, I'm up for it. But then Burns is saying that he's declined every single one leading up to December. And now he doesn't want to fight in January. And he wants to fight in March. And now he's using the court dates with Colby, because obviously he has the court, he has all that controversy, well, not controversy, he has that legal actions being taken against him by Colby, for basically sucker punching him after their fight, outside a restaurant in Miami, on a Monday, well, no, it was in a weekday, by the way, or like end of the weekend, so it just shows how much of a deadbeat he is. I proved Colby right, but yeah, anyway, yeah. He's using that as an excuse. The court date's based... Well, he's not using it as an excuse, but I think that's what he would use as an excuse if somebody asks him, why do you want to wait till March? And think about it this way. He's going to wait till March because that's when Edwards and Kamaru will probably fight in Cardiff. And then when they fight, then, if Masvidal wins on the fight before and Leon wins, he can then have an altercation with Leon Edwards backstage again, and then they'll make the fight happen. That's his master plan. But his master plan has backfired, because his master plan would be much better if he had taken the January fight in Brazil against Burns, because don't forget now, Masvidal and Burns are both old guys. They're both like 36, 37. They're old guys. That's old for the welterweight division. That's really old. The only time you can get away with being 37 is middleweight and above. That's it. You could get away with anything at middleweight. They're all fucking trash. But in terms of age, you can get away with it. Middleweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight. I'd say any weight class below, you're not getting away with it. Welterweight, maybe. You might get like a little resurgence. Lightweight, no chance. Featherweight, unheard of. Bantamweight, never happened. So, I mean, the only exception of flyweights, maybe Mighty Mouse, was getting up there in age and he's still performing really well in one championship, by the way, so yeah. But, anyway, back to the topic. They're both old guys, and obviously Burns realises that. He wants to fight in January, obviously in Brazil, his home country, and he wanted to fight real quick. Obviously, he had options, and one of his options was Masvidal. The other option was Neil Magny, because Neil Magny called him out after he beat Daniel Rodriguez, and Gilbert Burns was up for that fight. And obviously, what I'm trying to tell you guys, obviously you can tell by the title, he took the fight, because Masvidal is trying to stall out until March for his ultimate plan, but is now backfired, because now there's nothing. Who is he going to fight in March? And he didn't take that January fight, because obviously the plan that he had. And the problem is, right, Gilbert Burns is his best chance at beating a top 5 contender. Gilbert Burns is the best stylistic matchup for Masvidal. I went over this in my video and I explained why. Well, actually, I didn't explain why. I just said that, like, basically, I'll give a brief explanation. Like, in terms of takedown defense, Masvidal has very good takedown defense, unless you're like a Division 1, Division 2 wrestler, like a main base is wrestling, so Usman and Colby. He does really well against jiu-jitsu guys like Damian Maia. He should have been given the win against Damian Maia. He clearly won that fight on damage. Masvidal's very good at people who struggle to take people down, and has very good jiu-jitsu defense. And Gilbert is one of them, and Masvidal has better striking, so he's be able to avoid the power shots. He's going to be able to see what's coming, and I don't think he'll fear for the takedown as much as compared to Colby and Usman, and that's how Usman was able to knock out Masvidal, and that's how Colby was able to hurt Masvidal a couple of occasions on the feet. So he has a good... I still would pick Gilbert, but he has a very good chance against Gilbert, and especially the age thing too. He has a very good chance against Gilbert. Now, he hasn't taken that fight. He's dropped the ball. Now, what happens with Masvidal from here? I really don't know. You can't give him Hamzat. You can't give him Bilal, because Bilal won't fight him. Well, Bilal would take that fight, but I don't think Masvidal would. That's what I'm trying to say. Who else can Masvidal fight? Because the thing is, right, I mentioned it in the comments because I forgot to mention, Masvidal isn't the A side anymore. He's no longer #1 contender. Those days are long gone. The last time he won a fight was in 2019. He's no longer the top contender. He's number 11 in the world. Gilbert's number 4. And like, even if Masvidal were to take that fight in January, beat Gilbert Burns, I said in the video he still don't deserve a title shot. But if he has an altercation with Leon Edwards, if he beats Usman again, which I am picking him to, then obviously there'll be an uproar like, oh, give him the title shot and let's settle this beef. So that's Masvidal's master plan of weaseling his way into another title shot. Sorry, throat is fucked. But yeah, I was a very outspoken person. Obviously, I didn't have my channel nowhere near at this point. I've only had this channel for 4 months, but I literally was saying all over Instagram comments and stuff. I was saying, I like I said, a hot take, but well, not even a hot take. I don't think Masvidal even deserved his first title shot, let alone his second title shot. Like, people like it was in an uproar over his second title shot, which is justifiable because he didn't win a fight. He sat out and then took it again. But I thought that he didn't even deserve his first title shot. He had a 3-fight winning streak against Askren and Darren Till. Now, when he beat Askren had a and you know people who've watched his channel for a while are gonna be like, oh, that's hypocritical because you said if you get two top 10 wins, I'm fine with you getting a title shot. No, the reason I wasn't fine with it is because Ben Askren had a very, very unfair, unjustified win over Robbie Lawler. Yeah, it looked like Lawler was out in the choke, but he was fine. So to me, that's not a real win. Like, I know it's a win on the record, but it doesn't really count. But yeah, it's still a good win over Askren. But then he beats Darren Till, who was coming off a loss for the belt, which is fair enough. That makes complete sense. But because I can't justify that Ben Askren win as legitimate, to me, that's just one win in the top 5, top 10. So he needs another win, but then he got the title shot on 6 days' notice. After getting dominated, he used that as an excuse to get his another title shot without winning a fight, and then got knocked the fuck out, and then came back against Colby, got absolutely fucking dominated from start to finish, and then yeah, that's what it was really. It's just one of those, like, I just don't understand, like, so now he's wasted an opportunity really to get into it, and he's getting older, man. It just shows, like, how much some fighters are really paid. Like, I know, like, you all talk about fighter pay, but, like, some of these fighters, man, they're paid a shit ton, man. And, like, do you never find it weird that some of these fighters only fight once a year, twice a year, and every time they get in there, they never mention an injury. Their coaches never mention an injury or anything like that. Like, some fighters get hella injuries, but, right, I understand injuries, but if you're in the cage fighting, right, and you've had weeks and weeks to prepare, and you haven't pulled out, clearly your injury is manageable to fight on, right? So let's take the whole injury bullshit out the way. Why are they only fighting once or twice a year? Why? Because they get paid a shit ton. I don't blame them. If I was on the type of money some of them were on, I'd fight once or twice a year as well. Why would I get my head battered in 3 to 5 times a year when I don't have to? You know what I mean? So I get it. But it's like, at the same time, like, Masvidal's obviously a multi-millionaire, and he doesn't want to, get in there. But the thing is, though, it's funny, he signed this deal for the UFC, yet I mean, if I signed a deal like that though, that apparently he was talking about, I would have run it up and call that deal out the way, because the money getting paid is ridiculous, yeah. And even got pay-per-view points against Colby, even though he wasn't, he's nowhere near a champion. So it's crazy to me, but yeah. Burns, Magny. Obviously, I don't go too much into detail unless I'm doing a specific fight breakdown or the card breakdown. But I am going with Burns. I'm going with Burns by decision, a very close decision. I think this would be quite a close fight. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you want to leave a like and subscribe, I really appreciate it. If you're new here. If you've been here for a while, thank you so much for being a supporter. Obviously, I've had this channel for 4 months now, steady progress. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate you all. This is Keep It Real MMA. See you guys in the next video. Peace.